Hi, I'm John Green. Welcome to Mental Floss on YouTube, and welcome to my salon. Oh, everything here has to do with the Nerdfighter community, including this picture of Benedict Cumberbatch, who is apparently a Nerdfighter. You say that Benedict Cumberbatch, by the way, not Bandicoot Cumberbund. And that is the first of many mispronunciations we're going to learn about today. You know those weird looks you get when you play Clue with your friends and you accuse Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the hall? That's because it's Colonel Mustard. Also, it was probably Professor Plum. You're going to be astonished by how many of these you hopefully already know, but I'm sharing them because many millions of people don't. It's not Ari, for instance, it's awry. Epitome is the epitome of mispronunciation. You don't go to Edinburgh. You go to Edinburgh. It's not ethereal, it's ethereal. This is not a meme or a mimi. It's a meme, at least we're trying to make it one. That should not be confused with the cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta who pronounces her name Nene, Meredith tells me. And speaking of memes, it's Gangnam Style by Psy, which Meredith will now demonstrate. The creator of the graphical interchange format calls it GIF, but according to the dictionary, which is all that matters, both pronunciations are correct. Acronyms belong to their readers. I'm sorry, Steve Wilhite, but you've just been pwned. Not pawned or pweened. Facious? No, facetious. Also, I swear, people keep pronouncing hyperbole hyperbole. The universe is going to implode upon itself. Mental Floss producer Mark, because he is Canadian, or possibly because he is eccentric, says lava and pasta, but in fact, lava and pasta. Nuclear? Nuclear? No, nuclear. This is an officially licensed NBC product, not an officially licensed one. And we're gonna stay on the Wall of Magic to discuss Harry Potter's best friend, Hermione. They should have been a couple, but life is full of injustice and Weasleys. Speaking of Harry Potter, Voldemort is played by Ralph Fiennes. Taylor Lautner, not Lautner, is Jacob Black in Twilight. Jake Gyllenhaal was the Prince of Persia in one of the greatest films ever made. So if you're wondering why Taylor Swift never mentions her ex-boyfriends by name in her songs, it's because their names are so hard to pronounce. Gautier sings that song that's always stuck in your head. Here's hoping they're a one-hit wonder. Rihanna, Zooey Deschanel, and Martin Scorsese. One time when I was speaking in front of a large group of high school students and wanted to seem relatable, I referred to the music of Keisha. It turns out I was mispronouncing the dollar sign. It's Kesha. It's Niall Horan, not Neil. And for those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, congratulations. Just kidding, One Direction fans, please don't kill me. And speaking of celebrities, Anderson Cooper really embarrassed all of us when he didn't know how to pronounce Manolo Blahnik, which is an accessory, by the way, not an accessory. It's Versailles, unless you're in Kentucky or Indiana, in which case you are in Versailles. And speaking of the great American Midwest, it's Illinois. Arctic, not Arctic. There are two C's in there. Alzheimer's disease, not old-timers disease, which I learned when I was in my 20s. And it's Asperger's. There is no B in there. Etc., not etc., and ask, not axe. Pinochle, which is so irrelevant that even How Jay Say, our source for all pronunciation matters here at Mental Floss, didn't even bother saying it. Forte is an Italian word that means loud. Your fort is something that you're good at, or the strongest part of a sword. Like one of my forts is reviewing novels about conjoined twins, but this mispronunciation is so common and you will seem so pedantic if you correct anyone that you just shouldn't. That said, we're going to continue being pedantic for the rest of the video. Unless you're referring to a single parenthesis, use parentheses. And irregardless is not a word. You mean regardless. Anyways, always say anyway, because anyways is not a word. Reoccur if something is occurring again. Recur if something happens again and again. It's mauve, not mauve, and Ku Klux Klan. There's no L in that first word. And now let us talk about food, because we were supposed to break for lunch like 30 minutes ago. It's gnocchi and crepe, not crepe. Then we have a couple things that everyone pretends to like. Quinoa and quiche. Hors d'oeuvres, not hors d'oeuvres, and penne, not pen. Then you've got Merlot, keep that T silent, and caramel. 3 syllables. Caramel's also acceptable. You get guacamole or guacamole at Chipotle. That's right, Chipotle. lay. Speaking of E's and is, believe it or not, it's Wikipedia. Then you've got time, like a clock, prosciutto, and Doug's friend is patty mayonnaise. It's prescription, not prescription, and realtor is only 2 syllables, not 3. Same with jewelry, by the way, and athlete. Asphalt, not asphalt, Ptolemy, and Bacchus. Off topic, but a party with Ptolemy and Bacchus would be super fun. Napoleon was a veteran, 3 syllables, not 2, of the Napoleonic Wars, and Chewbacca resents having to go to the veterinarian. Definitely can be hard to pronounce, which is why I always go with most def, and it's supposedly, not supposably, and especially, not especially. Comfortable has 4 syllables, and it's larvae or larvae, not larvae. Library, not library, and it's a triathlon, not a triathlon. Asterisk, not axterix, and affidavit. There's a T at the end there, not a D. If you're chuckling that people actually mispronounce some of these words, then you're experiencing Schadenfreude. A couple other German words worth knowing: Warmdusche, which means a man who takes warm showers, and Sitzpinkler, a man who sits to pee. Both of which are chauvinist, not chauvinist, but if you know anything about the German language, trying to get the sexism out of it is like trying to get the white out of rice. And finally, we return to the salon to discuss Les Miserables, not Les Miserables. Thanks for watching Mental Floss here on YouTube, which is made with the help of all of these nice people. Every week we answer a mind-blowing question. This week's comes from Martzigra, who asks, why is Y only sometimes a vowel? So when you speak a vowel, it involves an unrestricted flow of air, and when you say words like beyond, you actually use your tongue up there, the roof of the mouth, for the Y, so that is not a vowel. It's a consonant in that situation. Yes! I just touched the roof of my mouth. Sky. I didn't. So that's the difference. Thanks again for watching, and as we say in my hometown, don't forget to be awesome.